Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Martine Chiella. In this video, it's going to be a clean with me video, and I'm just going to be sharing with you guys some of my top cleaning tips on how to maintain a home, especially when you have busy toddlers with you. So we're just going to be jumping right into it with the cleaning, and I'm going to be sharing the tips with you. Tip number 1, learn how to break down the task. You need to put different tasks on different days. You can't do everything in one day. You're going to be overwhelming yourself. Yes, you need to be also intentional even on the day that you have placed those tasks. If a task is better suited in the morning, the afternoon, or the evening, put it in that time slot and stick to it. My next tip for you guys is tip number 2, your go-to kit. Less is more, guys. You need to pick products that are going to have multi-purpose use that work well with you, and you need to stick to them. You need to pick your sponges, the things that work with you. You can't just be swapping and having a lot of experimental products when you are wanting to do cleaning. It just makes cleaning way easier. My third tip for you guys is having a home for everything that you own, having a place to place it, knowing where it goes. That is super important. When you don't have a place for every single thing that you acquire, it just makes it so difficult to clean when you don't have a place to put it. So when you do get something, whether it's tissue papers or whatever it is, as soon as you get it, the first thing you want to give it is you want to give it a home. You have to find a cubby somewhere that you want to be placing that thing every time you want to put it away, every time you want to put it somewhere. And of course, my fourth tip for you guys is going to go very well with my third tip about having a home for everything. The fourth tip is just putting things away. My goodness, now that you have a home for it, eliminate laziness. Just have to go to that place and put that thing where it belongs. That's simple. No additional explanation for that one. Having a job and managing a house, adding kids to the mix is no easy work, and nobody said it was easy. But learning certain techniques to help you along the way and implementing those techniques can really make your cleaning and managing everything just a little bit more smoother. So I like to work from upstairs to downstairs. So the level that I've woken up from is the level that I'm going to be cleaning once I finish showering, taking care of the kids. Then I work my way downstairs. The next tip that I'm going to give you guys is tip number 5 is never leave the top level without bringing something downstairs. So never leave a level without going with something. Tip number 6 is make all the beds in the house. It just looks so much more tidier. So I've made my way down to the main floor, and I like to tackle cooking right around this time when I do make my way downstairs. It's usually right around afternoon time so that I can just cook and get it out of the way. So whatever meal that we're going to be having that day, everything, I just kind of get it out of the way then. The most important thing I love when I come downstairs to cook is to have a clean kitchen. And that goes into my 7th tip for you guys is just doing the dishes. Doing your best to prioritizing dishes the night before will just make your life just a little bit much easier early morning when you have to start getting things done. You don't want to be reaching for dirty things to clean them just before you use them. You want to be reaching for clean things and get your transition early morning just smooth. Now, this is the tip that saves me often because whenever I sit down, it's hard for me to get back up and get that motivation, which goes into my 8th tip for you guys is clean as you go. When the food is cooking, you could be doing something else like taking out that clean dishes that was in the dishwasher that you left in there last night, or emptying out the counter of the clean dishes that you left on the counter. Clean as you go. That is my 8th tip for you guys. If you are enjoying any of these tips that I am giving you guys, and these tips are relatable, these are some of the tips that you use yourself to just help you along the way, that you apply often, leave me a comment down below, hit that notification bell, like this video, so it lets me know that you do appreciate these kind of tips that I'm sharing with you guys. I am always in search of some wonderful tips to help me along the way in cleaning and organizing around the home and just making my transition a little bit more smoother. I would love to hear from you guys. Drop me some comments down below, some tips, give me some nice tips that you know that your girl can use as well. If you want to know what I'm making here, I'm making a spinach, and I also made saltfish, which we're going to be having with fufu. And the recipe for this spinach dish, I have it linked on my food page, as well as the fufu on how to make the fufu. Tip number 9 is try to maintain the front entryway of the home. It is first impression when you open up the door. Try to maintain it. So I will be continuing maintenance of the home lightly as I lead up to the weekend of packing for our vacation leave. As you can see around the home, there isn't a lot of decoration, Christmas decor going on, because we will not be spending December Christmas in here. We are actually going to be going away. So I've only put up the Christmas tree for the kids, and I'm only doing light maintenance leading up to the packing weekend, which I'm going to be packing for the following week, which is our trip. I often get asked how I manage around with all of these tasks, and my response is just prevention. I keep up with it so that it doesn't snowball into something that I can't maintain. When you do that, it's just easier and it's not overwhelming to tackle any task around the house. And that leads me to my last tip for you guys, is having to do with laundry. You want to tackle laundry as soon as those loads are coming down. Whenever you get to 3 loads, it's already past overwhelming. You want to tackle that as soon as possible when the loads do come downstairs, so that you're not overwhelmed with the folding and everything later on. Thank you so much for watching, and I do hope that these tips were very helpful for you guys. And like I said, drop me some comments down below with some additional tips that I can certainly use to just make my life a little bit more easy. Bye-bye.